This episode of Bourbon on Ice, presented by Your Friend Frosty and your bartender Mike Whiskey, is brought to you by the Cape Media Center of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The views and opinions expressed during this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the Cape Media Center. Listener discretion is advised.
I'm so honored to be in the presence of Mr. Whiskey and to experience all the wonderful things he says in person.
Because of the wonderful things he does.
It is quite a feat.
Roll the music.
Okay. Welcome, listeners, to Bourbon on Ice,
Where we talk about everything nerdy. Like gentlemen.
Join us every week for our local Cape Cod take on, well, everything.
Laugh, cry, be confused, and laugh some more.
I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey. Stay tuned.
You think they'll like the episode?
Oh, they'll definitely love it.
Roll for initiative. Sorry. Hi, everyone. This is another episode of Bourbon on Ice. I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
And I'm your special guest star, Robare.
Oh my gosh, we have a special guest. It's a full studio.
And
I
you've done
see-
the thing with your hands.
Yes, I did.
And I see you're stealing my lines. I'm the one who says roll for initiative as the dungeon master.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's right. He is a dungeon master. But as we pointed out, there's a connotation. The two of us being in the king community.
I hear Dungeon Master, I go, yeah, baby.
So, your dungeon or mine?
That's right.
I don't think we've ever done this. I don't think it's been the three of... We had Sam in here once, but I don't think we ever had the three of us in the...
Not yet.
Oh, my gosh.
And I've been wanting to have the three of us in one room together for...
You were avoiding saying three-way, weren't you?
There's another cherry pop.
Oh! Why didn't we do this sooner? Because I don't think the world will survive.
Maybe not.
This is the very special episode, and probably our last one. Welcome to the holiday season, everyone. It stinks.
Okay, I was expecting something a little more positive. It positively stinks.
This is me we're talking about.
I know.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with yours.
Shame on both of you. I love Christmas.
Why? What's to love? There's panic and stress and packages.
And gay happy meetings when loved ones are near.
Well, there is that. You can't deny that. And he pointed to both of us as he said it. Robare,
Who won't take offense? You'll point at two other people and be like, "What are you trying to say, dude?"
Robare, thank you for joining us all the way from the Isle of Road.
Isle of Road and the Sucker of Woo.
Yeah?
Again, it makes it sound nicer than it is.
It does. It's not that bad. Well,
It's not that great.
You blink and you miss it.
I happen to live on the wrong side of the track, so
Literally.
literally. Thank you. Yes. Frosty's been there, so he knows.
Third time's a charm, you got it.
Ah, jeez.
I'm going to try and not play with the dice that I have here on the table.
So really, the best way to do that is to not have them near you.
But they're so pretty. I want to stare at them. What happens if they move and I'm not looking?
Let's find out.
Fine. He's taking my dice, people.
I am.
You're such a tyrant.
If they move when you're not looking, you have other issues.
That's
such
right.
such as ghosts.
Ooh, and he's here.
And who you gonna call?
Oh yeah.
He loves ghosts. We talk ghosts all the time. And I told him about your ghost.
Your CDs.
Which one?
At the station.
Yeah?
The one that you talked to. Used to
Oh.
talk to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you
yeah.
have CDs, but we don't know if the ghost's voice is on them because nobody wants to listen to them.
Maybe the ghost is not cursed. Maybe the ghost is just lonely and needs someone to talk to.
That's what I tried to do.
I mean, Whiskey's heard this ghost in person. Does he look cursed to you? Well, he's sitting here in front of you, so there's that point. But does he look cursed otherwise?
Yeah, I'm gonna need those dice back. They're gonna make a really good slingshot ammo.
Don't give them back.
And scary ghost stories and tales of the glories. Okay, well, this is that time of the year when magical, lovely, cliche things happen. You know, if you turn on Hallmark, I'm sure you'll see at least 20 movies that show all of them within the span of the movie.
All of them starring Judith Light?
There'll be some woman who comes from the big city and is stressed, but she finds her everything in the form of some guy wearing flannel in the small country town of Mistletoe, Hampton.
Uh-huh.
Also, there'll be snow, and there'll be a local guy who may or may not be a magical elf in disguise.
Yes. Yep.
There we
There's
go.
that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Christmas is full of all of these traditions, which, everyone's all, let's partake in them because they're Christmas. But I am here to say, and I'm about to pound my fist on the table, so if the dice move, that'll be awesome. No!
No.
He shifted a little bit.
No, I say. We will not take part in these traditions because we don't have to. That's kind of my point here.
It's an awful lot of work for such a small period of time.
It doesn't feel like it's a small period of time, but it really is.
Unless you're celebrating every month in Burr.
Whiskey's Adventures in Sadness Land. That's right.
I have been listening to every episode since the first, so I'm...
He listens to us. This is so awesome.
Like, for example, I discovered that Whiskey has seen Doctor Who, and I never really knew that before.
Ooh, yeah.
Isn't that great?
It is.
I haven't seen anything with
Jody?
Peter Capaldi or after.
Oh, man, you can skip that. You will lose nothing.
Yeah, he's right, unfortunately.
You will lose nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah.
David Tennant was my favorite, and Matt Smith was awesome.
Matt Smith was my favorite.
David Tennant's coming back,
I did hear about that.
Uh-huh. For a little while, but he's coming back.
And Donna.
And Donna.
Dr. Donna
Yeah.
Friends. Did we just...
Yes.
Thank you. That's great.
Uh-huh. The two of you, you're like David Tennant, Matt Smith. You're like, oh, yeah, how about that?
We're doing that thing where we're like showing a facial expression of joy and pointing at each other.
Yeah.
That facial expression of joy is the rarest thing on Frosty.
You're right. Oh, my God.
What about last time when I was like drunk off my ass and my cheeks were red?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And you admitted it on tape.
Yeah.
I'm fine
Tape.
with that. We were at a bar.
You were at his bar.
Exactly. I mean, one of these days we'll go from an actual bar, and it'll be awkward and weird.
It will, especially if he brings down the boxer shorts again.
No.
So let's jump into this topic. I broached it, but Christmas cliches. I'm sure that we've got a couple of them. Those things that happen every year. I know people like to call them tradition, but I'm calling it cliché. So
Tradition. Fiddler on the Roof.
No.
He's stopping us.
No.
He knows I'll keep going.
I know.
Starting with that, okay, I just want to go all the way back into my childhood, so everyone, like, sit down. This is going to take a long time.
For the 13th time this year.
Ooh, wow.
Ouch.
Oh, I'm loving this already.
It's like a cat fight, but neither of us are women. When I was a child, we had this thing. It was called going to old people's homes and singing loudly until they asked us to go away. I believe the nomenclature refers to it as caroling.
Caroling, caroling through the snow.
Something is ringing.
Christmas
And
bells.
considering that it's named after a certain part of your bio family, I can imagine
Non-bio family.
Not bio family. Oh, that's right.
Part of the family.
Right.
Yeah. Let me be blunt here. Christmas caroling, yay or nay? It is so nay, it won't even be said by a horse. We belong to church groups, a lot of church groups, and we were always caroling. And, I look back on it and like, oh, what a charming family memory. And then I remember there was always a hand on my back. Like when we got to the solo, someone would push me forward. I'm like, really?
Oh, you had to do the solos?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Shopping malls, town gazebo, in front of businesses, and so many retirement homes.
How old were you?
Young enough that Fluffy Dogs was on television.
All right, that's not helping me.
It's not helping anyone.
I mean, were you before the double digits?
You know what? I'm just going to gloss over that. So, what about you guys? Did you ever have to partake in caroling?
I have done some caroling, and I enjoy it because it brings so much joy and smiles to these people's faces.
But that part of the, when you sing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and you get the line and say, "We won't leave until we get some." Do you get some?
No, never.
Oh,
Who randomly has
and you still
pudding?
leave?
Yeah.
Unless this is Phineas and Ferb, you'd never get figgy pudding. No one just arbitrarily has that.
I had plum pudding.
Which is a shame because I love figs.
Figgy pudding's delicious. I've had it. It's great.
Yeah.
Plum pudding, not so much. Weirdly enough, I thought I would like plums, but I don't.
Oh.
They're similar to black currants.
Raisins. There's a difference, I know.
If you go to the UK,
He hates raisins too.
if you go to if you go to the UK and get a pack of Starbursts out of the machine,
Yep.
it comes in strawberry, tangerine, cherry, and black currant.
Oh,
Okay.
weird.
England, such a savage backward place.
Hey.
All right, next tradition. Who's got one?
I'm going to do visiting Santa.
Visiting Santa.
I never visited Santa.
Nope.
No?
No. Visiting Santa wasn't really a thing. I mean, I grew up
Oh,
before.
it's totally a thing.
Like, I kind of grew up before malls. Not before malls, but before malls
No, too late. You said it.
became part of Berkshire County.
Okay, there we go.
So the main department store we had, it was called England Brothers. You could say that Are You Being Served's Grace Brothers was kind of built upon the same thing, where it was a slightly upper class store, very well lit, and there wasn't a Santa, but there was this animatronic reindeer called Robert.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. That sounds horrifying.
And there would
Thank
be,
you.
And there would be basically a reindeer's head sticking out of a box, like in like a little house, and there would be somebody inside of it, kind of like working the mechanism, because you'd see the reindeer up here.
This is black magic.
But the voice would be somewhere down here in the box that you can't see.
What unholy idea is this?
And despite the reindeer being Robert, the voice sounded very feminine. Very older feminine, like
Raboida.
a woman in her 40s.
It's Raboida the reindeer.
So, and the only thing I remember is like Robert asking us a question, and I go, "I've got a penny," and Robert goes, "A penny." And then the only other thing I've got to go with is Santa. My parents once upon a time entered a contest where Santa would visit them, and they won.
Oh.
So I have this vague memory of the front door opening and Santa steps through. And apparently right after that, my brother threw up.
On Santa?
Huh?
On Santa?
Not on Santa,
Just-
just in general. Where apparently he had a little stomach upset and it didn't manifest until that moment. He was probably like, blah.
I'm so excited. Bleh.
And he couldn't hide it.
And that's where the memory ends. So I don't know what happened with Santa after that. But
That's
I do
great.
remember him coming through the front door. So I could say, I didn't visit Santa. Santa visited me.
I actually remember Santa Claus coming down off the helicopter and into the Coast Guard station.
Ooh.
Okay, screw me. Let's hear that. I want to hear that.
Oh no, it's just...
I was gonna whine about something, but let's hear this.
Did Santa abseil down or did he climb down a ladder?
No. The helicopter landed.
Carried him down. You can do that with a helicopter. I keep forgetting.
Yep. Helicopter landed on the grass outside of the Navy station, and Santa came in and we got present. Like, what do you want for Christmas, little boy?
Doesn't matter because this is what I'm holding.
I want some Legos. Oh, perfect. I have this.
Look at that. Wow.
That is.
And you go, wow, he is magic.
Yeah.
I thought Santa had an arrangement with NORAD. I didn't realize that he worked with the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do that? Download the NORAD app and watch him as he scours the.
Oh yeah. I
No,
used to do that.
we didn't
too.
have apps back then. I didn't have apps.
We do now. Do you do it now?
I remember.
No.
I remember getting onto the internet and doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then it would bring up the screen. Where is Santa now?
Yes.
I always saw him over Barcelona.
I'll just say it really quick. I
Barcelona?
hated going to visit Santa at the mall because it was so awkward, and my parents were pressuring me so much. Like, this has to be perfect. Get in, get out, no effing about, and whatever you do
Or you
not...
find out.
Thank you. And whatever you do, smile, like sit there.
Because we're going to take a dozen photographs.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's like as soon as we were done, I'd like rip off the clothes, freedom, and run for the door. Bye, Santa.
Miggs used to rip off his clothes in the grocery stores and stuff.
I don't think it had anything to do with Christmas, did it?
No.
All right, your turn. What's your tradition that you got?
Christmas parties. So when all the family gathers around for the Christmas Eve party.
Glug, glug, glug.
We had a fair few of alcoholics in my family.
I've met your family. I'm not surprised. I've met 3 people of your family, you including. I am not surprised.
Hey.
Prove me wrong.
My family gets together at my sister's house.
Yep.
Because my mother is no longer able to cook much. She's getting on in years, and the arthritis is just terrible.
Oh,
so we get together with my sister's house. We all gather together. So you got like my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, my other 2 sisters, and then the sister's husband and their kids. The women are drinking.
Oh, yeah.
The men are not.
What kind of bizarre world are they off smoking cigars?
No. We're all the guys are just teetotalers. We're all drinking soda or eggnog, and all the women are like sharing the Sebri. I don't know, some kind of alcohol. I'm not sure what it is. It's
Sherry?
Like not sherry. It's clear. It's wine. It's something I don't know. Chablis. Thank you.
Or chabless, as it looks.
Yeah.
Mama whiskey, grandma whiskey, Mama whiskey's 3 sisters.
Oh, we're building to something here.
And their husbands and their children. Every one of them at the Christmas party is drinking.
Why couldn't I have gone to those parties?
So wait a minute. How many are left not drinking?
Me.
Just you.
Just me. I don't drink all that much.
Oh, okay.
Except when I'm around.
Yeah.
And I like to believe I'm the cause of that.
Oh, totally the cause.
It's a social drinking.
So speaking of the whiskey family, I'm curious why you play a certain sound effect when elder whiskey is
Elder Nerd.
Elder Nerd is referenced. Why do you play that? Da?
I think that you're gonna have to ask Frosty because he's the one who comes.
Well,
up
that's
with
why
sound effects.
that's why I'm looking at him.
Okay, because I spent like 5 seconds near Elder Nerd, and if you experience this man, you understand.
Oh.
He deserves his own theme music in real life.
Okay.
Elder Nerd is just freaking awesome, and like after I was near him once, the first time he like walks away, Whiskey, who is that? I was like, that was my dad. No, he's so cool, weird but cool, like awesomely weird and cool. This was years ago back at the station.
Oh,
and
wow.
you're so afraid of his like judgment, like secondhand.
It's powerful.
Okay.
He is like, we're sitting there recording, and he's in the opposite room with, like a beer and a cigar and playing D&D on some game while watching a YouTube video. I'm like, this guy is awesome. Why did I not grow up in this house?
Takes multitasking to the extreme, does he?
Yeah.
Yep. And you know how he says rock on? That's where it comes from.
There's a lot of things that come from Elder Nerd that I say.
Like a lot of stuff.
I don't think I get anything from my dad.
The beard.
No, my dad's clean shaven.
Oh, it came from your mother.
Oh, snap. Frosty is rightfully afraid of Elder Nerd as well, because I have heard this man yell at his brother, and it could be heard in about a 2-mile radius.
Okay, well.
I'm trying to picture him at this Christmas party, like in a Christmas sweater with a lopsided Santa hat. That would be a sight.
You're never going to see it.
My family, we were Reformed Baptists. There was no alcohol. None.
Nope.
No, these were very
Dry.
tense events. There was, of course, singing, and someone would always have put on, like, did you see the children's recital, the Christmas recital? No? Thank heavens we have it on VHS. Put it in. And we're all like, please, we lived through it the first time. All these children on screen, like, and like, this is where the alcohol should have come in. Someone would get dressed up as Santa and come in. There would be like the children who hated each other being forced to be in a room together. Like, the adults need to talk now. All of you go in and play.
A friend of mine would hold a Christmas party, and he used to produce my bowling league's benefit show. Okay. So he would have lots of copies of our old shows, and he would just be playing them over and over again. So occasionally people would get to see me in
Drag.
Yeah. I was going to say like some sort of embarrassing costume, but yeah, drag.
At the recent game night, just before you came in, Kevin brought the old Renaissance Fair videos when they were doing a vampire thing. We were sitting there and watching it, and then Bo comes in. He's like, oh, I remember this year. I was there. And they're sitting down. Robare is there. Oh, what are you guys watching? Oh, I remember this show. We could be watching horror movies. 'Tis the season.
Uh-huh.
The Cape Media Center, located in Dennisport, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, is a non-profit community media center and the public access TV station for the towns of Barnstable, Yarmouth, Dennis, Harwich, and Chatham. Our mission is to build community through media, enhance democratic communication, and facilitate free expression by providing these towns with a state-of-the-art media resource center. Members can become trained in our video and audio equipment and produce their own media content. Membership includes training classes, access to our field equipment, studios and facility, as well as airtime. Podcasters and music producers can share their content on our website. For more information, visit capemedia.org.
This episode of Bourbon on Ice is brought to you by Market Street Bookshop in Mashpee Commons, located at 31 Market Street, Mashpee, Massachusetts. Embrace diversity and find support for local authors and artists at the Market Street Bookshop, where your favorite new read is just a browse away. For more information, give them a call at 508-539-6985.
Speaking of Christmas parties,
Yay, Christmas. The Moose of Christ.
Christmas.
what about the traditional Yankee swap?
Oh my God.
Hell on earth. Hell on earth.
I have this particularly fond memory of a duck. There's a plastic duck.
As in
And
duck.
as a plastic duck.
Okay, then.
Quack, quack.
Quackity
And it would quack. It would. You could turn it on the bottom, underneath of it. And if you walked by the duck, it would quack. So long as the batteries were working.
How creative.
And this particular duck went back and forth in my mom's side of the family at the Yankee swap for years. Like, I got the duck!
Oh my God.
And it would be...
Blessings shall now be bestowed upon mine house.
No, nobody wanted the duck. That's why it went back
Dark
and forth.
clouds shall be restored upon our house.
It went for like, as a gag for like 7 years, where it'd be like wrapped badly so you'd know it's the duck, or wrapped in the most beautiful box. You wouldn't know, but it was a big box, and like everyone wanted the big box.
How
and
many,
then
how many layers down was the duck?
Well, sometimes they did that, where it was a couple layers down, but you'd open up the big box and duck.
Oh, duck.
Exactly.
I love it.
It got to a point where after
love
about
it.
7 years of this duck going around,
This ducking
there
nonsense.
there was a rule instated that the duck is no longer allowed to be part of the Yankees.
The duck has been
Oh.
removed from play.
The duck has been removed from play.
Yellow card.
Oh my God. My bowling league does a Christmas party every year, and there's
The gay bowling league?
the gay bowling league,
That's so cool.
and they do a Yankee swap every year. I excused myself from the party this year because I can't afford to go, or I shouldn't afford to go, and which kept me out of purchasing a Yankee swap present. There was one year. There's always one present that always seems to make the rounds, and one year it was an easy bake oven.
No.
Like, for some reason, everybody wanted an easy bake oven. I'm like, yep, this is the gay league, all right.
Because everyone knows that a tiny cake cooked over a miniature light bulb is the in thing.
The best one was somebody had unwrapped a present, and it turned out to be the entire run of the Wonder Woman TV show.
Wow.
So
This
when
is
it was
a gay bowling league.
so when it was my turn, I unwrapped something stupid and said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to trade it for the Wonder Woman." And the guy jumps in, goes, "You have to catch me first." And he ran out of the room, and I took off after him. Luckily, it wasn't a Benny Hill thing, but I thought, sure, well, I'm taking your Wonder Woman, goddammit.
Yeah, have you seen him when he stands up? He's tall. He's got long legs. No, he must have run the guy down.
Pretty much. He's like, "I can't believe you're going to do that." I was like, "Yep, yoink, that's mine."
Like a graceful gazelle carrying
nobody
its
took it
prey
from me,
across
so-
the Serengeti.
That's right. So, I got the entire run of Wonder Woman, didn't pay a dime for it. Well, I suppose I paid what my stupid gift was.
You were part of this once. And you were part of this once. I had two separate holiday parties once where I got so tired of the freaking Yankee swap, I came up with this other idea. We put a sticker on a piece of chocolate, wrapped chocolate, and put it in a jar, and you would put the same sticker on a present and put it under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Then people just reach into the jar, take out the piece of chocolate, and whatever the sticker is, that's the present under the tree you take. And we had a whole bunch of things. We did this at the radio station for WKKL. I had
Yeah, I
I had
remember
the
that.
jar of cider, and you won the jar. of
Yeah, I
cider.
won the jar cider.
I said, there's a $5 maximum, and people are like, what are we gonna buy? Like,
Doesn't
I don't know.
matter.
Just like get paper clips, get chapstick.
Buy something for $5 or
Right.
less.
Similarly, I was in and this is gonna show you how long ago. I was in Spencer Gifts, and
They're still around.
Yeah, they are.
they're not relevant anymore. They're like in the crevices, the armpit of every mall.
No, Silver City Mall.
Unless you love pot, then they're totally
and Silver City, let's be honest. Okay, but
What you get?
I got a t-shirt dyeing kit. It was
Cool.
so old and rudimentary. And like, we're going to make stuff with this. And years went by, and we never made anything with it. And we just, do you want to give this to someone? No. How do we get rid of it? So the Yankee swap came. The Christmas party came. We put it on. Everyone picks their gifts. We open up our gift, and it's that damn t-shirt kit. I'm like, it'll never leave our house. It will never leave this house. Of course, one of our guests, oh my gosh, I want that. Like, take it. Don't even give us back a gift. Just take them both. Merry Christmas. Let it leave. The curse is yours.
And of course, not only do you have the Yankee swap, but you have the dirty Yankee swap.
What is that?
That's when you go to an adult-themed party. And,
Oh.
so, like, for example, the Bay State
Well, this may
Marauders.
be too pure for whiskey's ears.
I'm sure he'll deal with it. So, for example, the Bay State Marauders have a holiday party coming up where you have a dirty Yankee swap. And I don't tell them, but my present is a little stuffed bear with a leather hood and a whip.
So, Build-A-Bear Workshop?
Well, no, it's a tiny thing for the price I paid for it.
Wow.
One year for the bowling league, I contributed the game of Twister and a bottle of baby oil.
Oh my gosh. You should be ashamed. You're not, but you should be.
I should be, yes.
Okay, so Yankee swaps. Who's got something else?
So I don't have a thing. At my parents' house.
You sure about that?
Shut up. Why don't you take a look and let me know?
Good night, folks.
Oh no, Animaniacs. Mwah! Good night, everybody.
That's it.
Yep.
Are we going to incorporate that now?
Maybe.
I've realized that we have catchphrases, and yours is just play the music, or
Yeah, roll the music. And
Roll
yours
the
is roll the
music.
music, and mine is to the internet away.
And yeah, you did a good night, like a good night, everybody. Just
time.
last week. And
Yeah.
I was like, I should have done the Animaniacs. Mwah! Good night, everybody.
Okay,
Anyway,
so tell us about this.
So at my parents' house, my dad would take all the presents and sort them into piles.
Okay.
And then he would be in charge of who gets what when.
Yeah. They try to
And-
make it fair and even. Like, you get a present, and then and then it's your
You
turn.
get a present. You get a present. You get a present. Everybody gets a present.
But you hand somebody a present and they open it up and they ooh and ah, and then he makes a great show of deciding who's gonna get the next one, and all that. When we're younger, we're like, come on, pick me.
I came out of your loins, Father. Why?
And now that my dad still does it, but it's just the three of us.
Oh.
Well, my brother and his sister-in-law, they go to somebody else's house closer for Christmas. They come to ours for Thanksgiving.
Makes
They go
sense.
there for Christmas. So it's just me and the two elderly parents, and then we all go to my sister's again, and she does more of it, and she does the same thing. She'll pile the presents and put the presents into piles, and then she will determine who gets what when. And I was like, oh my! But you see TV shows, and basically the children go running downstairs and rah, 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 unwrapping everything. And
That nothing happened.
No. Oh, we had to wait. There were photos taken.
Yep. With every
freaking
present.
present.
we don't do that.
We went around the room. All right, your sister has opened a present. Now you may open a present. How about this one? It's like, I want the big one. No, you're gonna open the small one first.
After Miggs and I got to about 10 years old, we stopped taking pictures after every present and just sit on the couch with all your presents and your stocking, and then one picture with everything.
My Christmas is now. There's 3 of us. Kurt comes over for Christmas, and maybe Kevin this year. He was there last year, but we have the rule: 3 presents a person. And we just go around the room. Here's one. Oh, here's one for you. Oh, here's one for you. Everyone ready? Open. There we go. Just gets it done. All right. I have one. Did you just
Did I what?
In this non-air-conditioned room, did you just...
Burp? Yes.
Oh, thank heavens. I thought it was something else. Moving on. You were making a funny face and you leaned over.
I thought he was cracking his neck.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was cracking my neck. Yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop, my buddy.
I come, and I've made this clear, he comes from a family that says dirty, dirty things. I come from a family of bakers, although oddly enough, we're no more wholesome. My parents are not that great cooks. I'm just going to say that now. They're decent, but they're known for their baking. We used to have pie nights where the town would come to our house. People parked as far as the eye can see, bringing their meager desserts to stand next to our family's multitudes of pies. And, of course, they taught Stephanie and I how to do this when we were young. And I'm talking young. I'm talking that I'm standing on top of a chair, and on top of which is a dictionary, so that I can stand in front of a bubbling pot of melted chocolate, bittersweet and condensed milk, and I'm stirring it, and I'm told this has to be stirred constantly. And, of course, I'm tired. My elbows are starting to droop. They hit the side of the pan. Ah! And I hear from the other room, keep those elbows up!
Thanks.
Well, you had to suffer to bake in our family.
Wow.
We're talking like 50 trifles, thousands of cinnamon rolls, cookies out the wazoo. We're talking not just brownies. We're talking special Christmas brownies. We're talking fudge made from scratch. We didn't do that stupid kit. Blasphemy! Get that away from us.
When I
And
hear special
then
Christmas
there
brownies.
were the pies, as I've said, out of
Probably
sight.
not that kind of special.
So many.
Yeah, that's when I hear special Christmas brownies.
No,
Fudge is not the first thing I'm thinking
not this
of.
Family. Not this family. No. My family would have killed you and spat on your grave. So, baking, I still carry that into adulthood. I have no time now thanks to this job. But I carry that into adulthood, and I look down my nose upon those during the Christmas season who bring forth mixes, or they made something, but it's not really made because I see it on the corner of it. There was a tag removed from this. Get thee out. Go.
Nailed it.
I'm not a baker. I'm more of a chef. And I have no qualms in bringing a store-bought cake.
You think you know, man.
I don't do either, so I'm okay.
You can't even make macaroni and cheese.
I can actually. Thank you very much. As long as I look at the directions.
I had a friend who burned the water once when we tried to make mac and cheese.
Wow.
You burned a pastaroni once.
I burned a what?
A pastaroni. We sent you home with some. These are just like macaroni and cheese. You can make them, and you sent us a photo.
Oh,
The disaster.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. I hope. I don't remember.
So you're a chef. I'm a baker. He does nothing. What do you do when you want a Christmas cookie this time of year?
Find one.
From one of us.
Right. Duh.
Doesn't Rhode Island have what is it called?
Bakeries?
No, nocturnal cookies or
Insomnia cookie.
Insomnia cookie.
In Providence.
Oh, that's so unfair.
I know.
A, that it's Providence, and B, that I'm diabetic, so I couldn't call them anyway.
Right. And you know what else? When Insomnia Cookie is preparing to close, if you go in to buy cookies, they will simply foist free cookies upon you, as many as you can carry out.
The hell you say?
I say.
Oh, that's not fair.
Because there'll be times like when I get out of karaoke at the Eagle, so it's around midnight, and that's when they close. So if I'm lucky to get there before they lock the doors, you'll just see a bunch of pile of cookies sitting on top of where the ice cream would be. And I'd say, hi, I'd like some cookies. And they said, how many do you want? And they just hold out a box. And I go, give me a couple of those, and 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 a few of those, and a few of those, and a couple of those.
Because nothing washes down a delicious
Cookie
sugary
with-
cocktail and a couple of beers plus some cigar smoke than a sugar cookie.
Right.
Huh?
Well, if I drank like that and smoked like that,
I'm
perhaps.
just talking about anyone in that area. It's like the bars are closing. Who wants a cookie?
Totally.
I mean, in here on the Cape, we have the decent thing of going and getting drunk pizza, but sure, cookies, why not?
Cookies, yeah. Chocolate chip cookies, the best thing on God's green earth for the ride home.
I hate this man.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Because I eat.
You hate many things.
He
Yes,
does.
of course I do.
Because I eat delicious goodies that he can't have.
Someone stop holding me back, Whiskey. Whiskey's not holding me back.
He's not holding you back.
You should be happy that you're across the table.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. If I push this button, then everything stops, and we're going to a quick break, people. Get over here, you.
Sorry to keep you boys waiting. Here's your food.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Can I get you anything else, or are you all set?
We're all set, I think. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Hey, Whiskey.
Yeah, Frosty?
Is it just me, or is the food bad?
No, it's not just you. This burger's not too great either.
How's everything, boys?
Oh, wonderful.
Good, food's great.
Great. I'll be back to check on you in a bit.
Terrible food.
You know what, though, Frosty?
What's that?
It'd make a great location for a restaurant.
I think that around this time, the number one thing that we can do is think of our fellow man. Me thinking of other people. No,
Wow.
I don't do that.
That was good. You had me going for just a second there, dude.
I know, right? I mean, being good and pure, that's Whiskey's thing. Like me, I'm full of hate and rage.
And salt.
Salt. Salt, low-key rage, sarcasm, and a squeeze of lemon. That was how she used to describe me.
What am I full of?
Oh, I can't announce who you're full of. I could.
What you're full of.
There we go. So, Christmas.
Only if he eats regularly.
They just came out with a movie, Bones and All, which is straight up about cannibalism.
Really?
Yeah. We've had movies about mummies, vampires, evil blobs. Sure, let's go with the cannibals.
There's an old song about cannibalism. It's called Timothy.
No one's going to stop him.
No, I'm not going to stop him.
Whatever is the song like?
Oh, geez. You want me to sing it?
Well, you did open this door.
Oh, golly.
Oh, by gosh, by golly.
There's time for mistletoe and holly.
Oh, got us.
That's not cannibalism.
No, it's not. I'm not going to go there.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop myself. How about that?
There we go.
Because I don't think
Self-control is a virtue.
I don't think I could do it justice. If I had practiced beforehand in the car rather than listening to all the previous podcasts.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Sometime when you come back, you'll have to bring this delightful song with you. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking forward to the rest of this season, but it feels like it's really flying by. I don't know why. It's just in the week after Thanksgiving, I basically did everything I need to do. I did all my shopping, got the dinner all planned out,
Might need to
decorated.
Cards.
You might need to watch out in case it doesn't drag now that you've done everything.
Drag? What do you want me to do? Put on a dress and do the hula?
Lion King reference.
Yep.
Wait, what? You're making a Disney reference?
I know a few.
Oh wow. My esteem for you has actually grown. A little bit, but
A little bit. That's all right. I'll take a little bit.
everyone, thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Robare, so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. This has been an absolute gem of a pleasure.
Oh, wonderful.
That's the sweetest thing anyone could ever say. That's not just like, thanks for having me. That's such an elegant way. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
And I'm your special guest star, Robare.
And as always,
Have a cold one on us.
You were going to say stay tuned again, weren't you?
I was totally gonna flub it again.
We may need to do some re-rostering here. Robert, a word, please.
Yeah.
In the corner. It's not about you.
Wait,
It's not about you.
wait. No, Frosty.
This podcast was recorded at and produced by Cape Media Center on Cape Cod, Massachusetts by podcasting duo Mike Whiskey and Your Friend Frosty. All music and sound credits go to soundstripe.com. Special thanks to Jamie Horton, Emily Tulloch, Gabrielle Rawson. For more information on Bourbon on Ice, visit our social media page at twitter.com/whiskeyfrosty. For more information on Cape Media Center, visit capemedia.org. For more listening options and a variety of podcasting entertainment, visit our hosts at buzzsprout.com and katemediacenter.org.